Hi, they call me RikuTheBest. If you suck at Dragon Ball Legends, this video's for you. I'm going to teach you how to get better. Yay! No, realistically though, yeah. I'm gonna show you all of what I know, gameplay-wise, on how to just get better at Dragon Ball Legends. That's it. That's what the video is about. Simple, right? Social media is what type of skill. If you have any of those platforms, you know what to do. Like I said, they call me RikuTheBest, okay? Better than the rest, aka the Dark Knight. They also call me that. But when you call me that, you may not be good for today. You right? No, I'm joking. So we're just gonna cover gameplay only, no equipment, none of that other stuff. We're just gonna find tech and figure out how to do certain things gameplay wise in battle, and you know, the type of mindset to have while you're fighting somebody else. So one thing, the simplest thing I want to cover is definitely, well, I'm gonna go do like I don't know, some easy event or whatnot, maybe like this. Yeah, let me get this out the way. So one thing I do want to cover is movement. That's gonna be the first thing we start off with. What do you mean by movement, Riku? I sidestep all the time to dodge attacks. Not really what I meant. Basically, what I mean is not continuously sidestepping, because you can get obviously baited out of your vanish while continuously sidestepping. It's easily predictable. It's what newer players tend to do a lot. I even did it myself when I started playing Legends before all the gameplay changes that happened until now, with the tackle, with the, you know, just what get priority over what. So basically moving around, just get a little comfortable moving from like long range to close range to mid range and stuff like that. That helps out a lot. And trying to bait out an exclamation mark to bait out and see what they're doing. I started doing this not too long ago. I watch a lot of Bebop, so I learned it from watching his videos, low key. So like I said, if I'm at long range, I kind of just move over to the side, see what the see what the other person does. And then, you know, you can just time your attacks better, or you can time your vanish better. And I don't know if you can get perfect vanishes easier that way. I don't try to, my playstyle is more of aggressive in most situations rather than defensive. However, like I said, get used to moving around. Okay, you're paralyzed. We're not doing that. Just get used to moving around up to mid-range, and mid-range move up to close range. You know, that way you can time attacks, something like that. You can bait out their dodge and stuff like that. So that's AI, so of course they're gonna vanish on the first attack and stuff. So get used to tackling and all that. And wow, I really got paralyzed again. Maybe this stage wasn't the best. So it really helps out and everything, just getting movement down so you can feel a little better, be less fidgety and whatnot. And that, like I said, that's like my favorite thing to do. And you can also bait out blast if you're moving backwards like that. You can bait out a lot of blast arts, depending if you have a character that can Paris blast, like Vegito Blue, the old Broly, for whatever reason, if you decide to use them. Transforming Trunks Super Art, Kefla. You know, there's actually numerous amount of units nowadays that can Paris, unfortunately. Final form of Cooler, the blue one, and stuff like that. So movement is definitely key. Practice with that. Practice against a friend or whatnot. You can also bait out tackles, because if you catch them tackling before their animation finishes, you get priority, basically. So you can actually, wow, why is everybody getting paralyzed? So I'm gonna see, I mean, it would have been a lot better if I baited out with an actual real player, but like I said, get movement down key. So like that, if you can time that better, I timed that bad, but if you can definitely time that better to where you can get priority. What I mean by getting priority is getting a chance to attack first, basically, you know? So hell, even AI doesn't know. AI actually just moves up and creeps up and stuff. That's crazy. So movement, I want to say, is key. Movement is definitely key. Definitely key. Get comfortable with that. And that way you're less fidgety, less chances to get to panic swipe, you know? So we got the movement out the way. Charge stepping. I've actually did a video a couple of months ago about charge stepping. We covered that. I don't know if I should cover that again. I mean, I probably will. Let's see if I can like show my phone, show what I'm actually doing and stuff. So I'm gonna show charge stepping, so pretty much just watch my hand. I'm gonna try my best, because it's kind of like you have to do it beforehand, you know? You gotta like swipe up in advance. This is not online connection, obviously, so just watch my hand movements, basically. I can barely see the screen, so he dodged right there. Do this, don't die. Okay, well, he died, lol. I'm bringing you, you're in type neutral. So it's like you kind of have to do it ahead of time, you know? It's all in advance, you know, all in preparation. You can't do it on strike because the animation isn't that long. So yet again, do that. I don't know how well you can see my hand, but you can at least still see the game as well as my hand, you know? But yeah, it's not that difficult. You just gotta practice. It's gonna seem hard at the start because, I mean, it's your first time doing it. It's not always gonna be easy, you know? So I'm gonna bring in you. Hopefully I get more blast arts. Oh, also another thing, you see this going backwards like that? I don't recommend doing that because you can get caught on the vanish. I mean, you can't vanish. You can get caught on a blast art. The only situation I use the double swipe back, the double dash back, is to avoid a top hit. So like, basically I'll get baited out. So like in that situation to avoid a top hit, that's the only situation I would use that, you know? Personally me, this is, you know, my playstyle and whatnot. So to avoid a top right there, you know? And I also have to talk about top hits. Top hits are very, very important and stuff. So I'm gonna blast right here. Well, you're gonna die soon, so I'm just gonna tackle. Personally, me, I'm not the biggest fan of tackling. I'm not the biggest fan of tackling anymore, so I'm gonna super art right here. It's so much I want to talk about. It's so much to cover, you have no idea. So I'm gonna get AI out of here. I'm gonna find somebody with quirk skills. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I would like to do this in PV. I'm gonna do a PvP match today, definitely. But I want to get some of the other stuff out the way so I can actually concentrate in battle. So this one in particular, I'm going to bring people who holds more quirk skills. Search filter. Can I just filter our quirk skills? Who holds a Ginyu? Green Ginyu. So we're gonna grab Green Ginyu real quick. Whis holds a quirk skill. We're gonna grab Whis. Gonna make EX. And I'm just gonna pretty much show you stopping time. Stopping time is actually very, very important to see what the enemy is doing next. So that way you can plan better on, you know, just your counterattack, you know? So I'm gonna bring in this Trunks. We got a lot of quirk skills, and team has nothing to do with each other just for the simple fact that at least Ginyu and Whis have quirk skills. So I should be getting them a lot. I'm gonna show you, even with AI, it could definitely work, you know, to see what they're doing. Well, AI really likes to react based upon what you do. So AI is the best example. I still will be fighting, so don't worry. So right now, so basically, try not to tap the screen twice. So right now, as you can see, they're doing a blast. You can vanish. You know, it's just to see what they're gonna do and whatnot. So let me charge stuff. Like I said, you gotta swipe up in advance. You don't do it exactly. And you can't do it with strike art. Animation doesn't last that long. Perfect vanish solely is random. A lot of people try to bait out for it, you know? All right, so we got a quirk skill. We're gonna stop this assault right here. I'm gonna pretty much go through all this again on when I do PvP and stuff. So, gonna stop attacking right here. In the main ability, bring Ginyu in. So right now I'm gonna stop time to see what he does. Main ability is good for that too. So no exclamation mark, so he's doing nothing. So, like I said, mix the sidestepping with a little moving, so you won't be too obvious in everything. So just mix it in. Don't always sidestep, sidestep, sidestep. You know, that's way too obvious. You can easily get baited out like that. You know? See, like, I'm gonna quirk right here to see what he's doing. Is he gonna tackle? Is he gonna strike art? What he's gonna do? I'm gonna do it again. I don't normally do it that fast since the session, but it's AI we talking about. Quirk skill again. Now I know he's doing a blast. In this situation, if I have a Rise Rush, I would use it. Or if I have a Super Art, I would use it and get priority, basically. So, yeah. Quirk skills, or stopping time is how I will call this segment. Stopping time is very, very important. Very, very important. It gives you an opportunity to plan out what you want to do next. If they're blasting, you may want to use a Super Art if you have it, or if you have somebody that parries, use a Strike Art from that distance, or if you have a Rise Rush, use it right then and there. If the person, see, like right now, stopping time, he's obviously striking, or you can switch out to get your vanish back. Even if they vanish your attack, you can vanish again because you switched out to another character. Got a whole nother vanish, you know, stuff like that, basically. So right now I'm gonna stop time. Gonna see if I can get a Rise Rush like this. Well, I know he sidestep, or he's just moving sideways. Like I said, this is AI. But yeah, it's just, one thing I also want to say is you got to be patient. You don't always have to rush in and attack and stuff like that. You know? You don't always have to rush. Even if your opponent is playing offensive, defensive, just stay in your lane, fam. Just stay in your lane. That's the best way to put it. Play the way you're most comfortable with, you know? Because honestly, that's what it is. So right now I'm going to quirk skill it up, see what he does. Nothing. Gonna go back, make sure not to tap the screen twice. If you tap the screen twice while doing the quirk skill, you will unfortunately tackle at mid range. If you're at long range, you're gonna unfortunately do a top key blast. Like right now, I can do, well, he was already at mid range by the time I did that, but immediately when you see the exclamation mark after using the quirk skill, you can then do super art if they're at long range. Otherwise, they will catch up to you if you're at mid range doing that. So at least if you're at mid range, you can get the vanish, switch out so you can get another vanish. Try to mess up their timing on their dodge, you know? All right, in this situation, depending on what, looking at the team right now, we are fighting Dragonballz GT. So he has every color: green, red, purple, yellow, and blue. I don't think he's gonna bring Super 17, but he is gonna bring Super Saiyan for Goku since he's a good unit. So that's the case, I'm going to bring purple, you, and you. All right, so basically I'm pretty much gonna talk about everything I do. See, like right now as he's doing the same thing, I move back to long range to get more space. And I'm gonna tap attack. Tap attacks are very important for stopping that at close range and stuff like that. Right now, I'm just sidestepping because mid range is like the scariest range. Gonna meet his blast, gonna blast again. I'm gonna vanish this right here. Gonna switch out, get another vanish. See, I timed that wrong. I tried to time out his dodge. He timed mine right. Unfortunately, he timed my freaking sidestep right. So right now he's charge stepping, obviously, optimizing what he can with his combo and stuff like that. In this situation, looking at my team, looking at his team, he's gonna tap. So he's gonna do the slight tap to bait out my attack so he can vanish. So I'm gonna do the small charge to the Gallico right here. Get as much damage as I can right now. Main ability so I can get... That's fine. In this situation, I want Vegeta. Vegeta is free, but I don't mind if I lose this Vegeta because he buffs our team. Naturally, if he wasn't a unit that buffs our team upon death, then I would have gotten rid of him. I mean, then I would keep him because he has no yellow to oppose Vegeta, so naturally I would keep him. And right now, I'm gonna do my ultimate art. If he brings in Omega Shenron, he should bring a Super Saiyan 4 Goku. He has damage reduction upon switch in, but this actually may not kill Omega. I don't know, but at least I'll destroy all his cards. So like I said, normally, oh yeah, he's dead. He's definitely dead. I'm gonna heal up right here. I'm gonna stop time to see what he does. He's sidestepping. So I'm just gonna blast right here, baiting out the tackle. Well, now he's stopping time. Look, he knows I'm doing a blast. So I'm tap. No, he did not tap. So he tapped the screen way too many times. So he's gonna rise. Oh, I thought he was gonna rise him. So right now I can easily blast right here. Okay, so in that situation, when I was at 19 key with Vegeta, I can do a little small charge instead of doing a charge step. I did do a blast, and I can do the fully charged step. But if I do the blast art, fully charged step, activate my main ability, do my ultimate art, I'm not gonna have the time to. I'm gonna miss my ultimate art. So that's why I did the little short charge, then main ability, into my ultimate art because I was 1 away from 20 key for using his ultimate art. And in that type of situation, you don't want to fully charge step if you're especially trying to get an ultimate art off if the unit doesn't get key from using their main ability. Not everyone gets key from their main ability to use ultimate art. Neither him or the yellow Trunks, Rage Trunks. Neither one of those units get key from using main ability. We're gonna talk about teams after this, not actually making teams, but deciding who to bring. He has future. The guy has future. Actually, you have God Key. Scratch that. You have God Key. He has God Key. He has every color. So who is he going to bring is the real question. He has every color. Vegito Blue is a must. So I'm definitely going to bring a person that counteracts Vegito Blue. I always look at stars as well. If the opposing person has low stars on a threatening unit, I try not to bring a color that threatens them because I feel like any other one of my units can take the damage. From a Will's perspective, like it's Vegito Blue, I feel like I don't need to bring green because he's only 3 stars, so he won't be crazy. I'm fine with bringing red, to be fair. I just gotta be careful. I'm more worried about his Zamasu because Zamasu is super tanky, so I'm sure as hell bringing Trunks. I'm not starting off with Trunks. Vegeta has a damage boost at the beginning of a battle, so I'm gonna start off with Vegeta. I'm definitely gonna start off with the Vegeta. I was honestly okay with bringing... I actually should have brought Transforming Vegeta, the blue one, instead of the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. So, you know, because Vegeta Blue is the best unit in the game. 3 stars, 2 stars, he's still gonna do damage, but not as crazy, you know? See, like, he's moving up. He was trying to bait out my something. He thought I was gonna use a strike art, but I'm using all blast right now. So, as you can see, he brought this Vegeta yet again free. See, he's trying to bait out the dodge, switch him in. I'm gonna do strike right here because Vegeta Blue comes in on blast. As you can see, he thought I was gonna do a strike art, which I wasn't. Gonna switch out to neutral typing, and I'm just gonna bait out the vanish right here. See, top, small top. See, he knew I was gonna sidestep after the top bait, so that's good. That's good on this part. Right now, Trunks is definitely the person to take damage because 1, he can heal, and 2, I think he's a defensive unit, or he's arranged for good defense. No, he might be a defensive unit. So although he did that, I don't want him to be the Rise Rush target. I will let you take damage. You're free, but like I said, when you die, you buff all of us anyway. So I'm gonna do this, move up, see I can bait out the dodge, as you can see. So that's, you don't always have to do that, you know, but I just like doing it. Okay, I didn't think that would kill. Okay, so I'm gonna stop time, see what he does. If I had a striker, I could tackle, but I don't. So I'm gonna top right here. I'm just gonna blast. I don't have an evasion. I have to be aggressive. I couldn't do anything else. I mean, I could have been chancy and kind of moved around, but I was gonna get caught whatever else I did. So in that situation, I figured it was best for me to be as aggressive as possible, no evasion. So that was the perfect vanish. Those situations are unlucky right there. See, I missed the charge step by mistake. Gonna bring you in. We can definitely get him out of here. Definitely get him out of here. Gonna do just a small charge, just to get my main ability out the way. And he destroyed my last card. And he got the strike off. I should have just did Super Art. It would have killed either one of them. So Super Art was definitely the best choice. So right there, Super Art, being patient at long range with Super Art is definitely, we gotta be careful with a unit like him because he can pierce. So piercing units at mid range is honestly the scariest for me. Vegito Blue, in this scenario, obviously I'll give away Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. He can't do, I mean, obviously they all can kill Vegito Blue, but like, he has the lowest HP and he has type advantage. So I'm gonna keep him in because I want him to either do Rise Rush or Ultimate Art to kill him because he don't have enough cards to kill. I'm actually gonna bring in Trunks. Trunks probably can take it. Probably can take it. I only did this because I know he can take it. And I could probably heal it off. Yeah, I knew he could take it. He's only at 3 stars. So I only did that to heal him up a bit, but okay, no. Just gonna blast right here. So he has no evasion. I'm not gonna blast, I'm just going to strike. Yeah, I'm gonna try to go for the vanish. Because honestly, in that situation, he could have done nothing since I baited out his vanish and stuff. So, and I went up to the top. When you're baiting out a vanish, the safest thing you can do, if you know they don't have Rise Rush, is to go up and top it. To put you back to mid-range, they are forced to switch, or they are forced to go for the aggressive play at mid-range, you know? So, we're gonna get another battle in, definitely. Another battle. All right, so right now, this may be an AI. No, AI normally readies up immediately, whatever. Future, he has no yellow. So I am free to bring 2 purple units because he has no yellow. So I'm obviously gonna bring Vegeta, start off with Vegeta. He has the early damage boost. And then later on, I can get rid of Vegeta to boost the rest of our team, HP and damage-wise. So double purple, and the last one is a toss-up. Who am I more afraid of? That's what I'm looking at. Who am I more afraid of? Who am I more afraid of? Not afraid of him. So I can honestly go for blue. Because purple, blue in this scenario, even if he brings green, I have 2 purple to cover for transforming Vegeta. You know, those are the type of things you have to think about when picking your units to go in battle. Based off who they have, what colors they don't have, capitalize off of it. However, you have that slight advantage, they can still definitely win, you know? It all comes down to skill and definitely RNG. All right, so right now, always move to the side, especially if he has somebody that can pierce. I don't usually blast, because as you can see, what happens when I blast at mid range with the unit that can pierce. If it wasn't a unit that can pierce, then I wouldn't even be in a situation if they can, freaking pierce. So we got to be careful on this one. Oh, he actually dropped that. So that was my bad. Gonna stay at long range, try to top out evasion. Now we're gonna go for the dodge. Oh wow, he's aggressive. Move up a little bit and then strike art. I'm gonna try to bait out Zamasu. Oh, it's not good for me to transform with him this early. I want to bait out Zamasu so bad. There we go. See, bait out Zamasu. Get the blast art. Small charge. Get my super art. See, in this scenario, if you know a unit comes in on blast art or strike arts, baiting them out all the time won't always work. However, sometimes, yeah. Oh, he lowered all my keys, so I'm stuck right now. Oh, I'll stick on my blast off though. If he dies early, like I said, that's fine. Get the perfect vanish. In this scenario, I would get rid of this Vegeta more than Trunks. Yeah, because he still has his blue Vegeta, and yeah, he still has his Super Saiyan blue Vegeta. But like, I guess the Rise Rush, so we are free to strike. Vegito comes in on blast, so we gotta be careful of that. So I'm going to use this just to turn that into blast. Switch in Trunks. I was hoping that he would have blast art, but he did not. So he unluckily, he should have did a strike with him, then switched out. So I'm actually gonna reshuffle his hand. Now I am free to blast. Just to get the charge stop off and just to get some key back. So I'm gonna switch in the other Vegeta and I can just straight up Rising immediately. because he did, yeah, you get this vanish out the way, and because once I bring in Trunks again, it's over. So right now, I'm gonna let you take that actually, because I know he can take a final flash. He's only 3-star. That's what I mean by knowing how much damage they can do and what stars they are. So I'm gonna dodge right there, obviously. Gonna switch you out. And if I had a strike guard, that would be lovely. Gonna bait off the top. Well, I timed that wrong actually. So now he's healing up ultimate damage. I'm actually gonna super right here. There we go. That's what I was baiting out. I was baiting out that. And now this man is dead. 3-star Vegeta is not surviving that. No, 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 no. So it's just knowing when to bait out. I only sidestepped just to see if I can get him to do something. Because I was going to do the super art regardless. Even if he was doing blast, strike, or even his own super art. I was going to do it regardless. I was already locked in. I just committed to that play. And then it worked out in the end, you know? It worked out in the end. I used the Rise Rush to bait out because I had no reason not to. Even if I miss the Rise Rush, he has no vanish. You guys have to think about it that way. You don't always need a Rise Rush to kill. If you get the vanish out the way with the Rise Rush, then you're good. Whatever the next character you bring in, you're good. You're good to just go ham. I still feel like there's something I'm missing. Right now, he doesn't have yellow. Double purple again is free. We can threaten Catholic. Catholic is definitely coming along because she has feint and she has card draw speed. That's another thing too. If you're fighting a team and you know what units they have, I'm gonna assume that Vegito Blue and Catholic, they both have insane card draw speed, you know? So I'm gonna assume they're gonna get Rise Rush before me if they get attacks off more than me, you know? Within 3 or 4 attacks, I'm gonna assume they're gonna have Rise Rush. Probably at that point, I'm gonna stop making risky plays. I'll let you guys know when I get to that point. Like I said, double purple is free. And you're not gonna, I don't think he's gonna bring base Vegito. I don't think he is. However, Vegeta isn't the bad play. I was thinking about bringing blue Vegeta, but I really don't think he's gonna bring base Vegito. I don't think he is. All right, he's gonna either start off Vegito Blue or Catholic. It's inevitable because they both pair. So I'm gonna move back to get to a safe distance right there. Super Vegito's on the bench, obviously gonna blast again because I don't wanna get caught with the strike. I'm not gonna bait it out. In this situation, I don't need to bait it up because I don't need to be this risky early on in the match, you know? I don't need to be that risky. That was actually a bad play. I could have kept him in. Definitely could have kept him in, but I'm gonna heal off right there. So right now, we got to be careful of blasting during the combo. Right now, I'm just going to blast, get out his vanish, gonna try to bait out. Okay, well, he baited out my dodges. Right now, I'm going to let him take damage, and then I'm going to bring in Vegeta. I don't want Trunks to come in right now, because like I said, this guy, I should have let freaking Trunks take that so he can get the debuffs. But if he ended the combo right there, that's perfect. Gonna go mid-range, he's going to pierce, he's not, gonna wait for the dodge. Oh, he did the same thing. He delayed it just like I did. If he Rise Rush right now, I doubt he will. He can kill, pull out the ultimate art. Let him do that again. I don't want Vegeta to die this early. I can still use him. If he did a Rise Rush, that means he's throwing his ultimate art away. That's not many plays that you'll see. He only did that to ensure a kill on somebody. Because ultimate art, I would have switched out to somebody. They would have tanked that. Not tanked it great, but tanked it. They would have still been alive, basically. So right now, I guessed that right. I'm going to bring in Trunks right here. I'm not going to blast. I got to be careful of blasting. Because of Vegito Blue. But I'm going to blast. Actually, I'm not going to blast. If I was him, I would bring in Catholic. She can also self-heal. Smart play. She was at full HP. And she can also heal it off. She can also be as aggressive as Vegito Blue because she can pierce. But I'm going to destroy all her cards. Going to go mid-range. Stop time. See what she does. Catholic's doing nothing. I'm just going to blast right here. He already did his Rise Rush, so I don't have to worry about being overly aggressive other than him. So right now, I'm just going to let him take the damage until Vegeta get back in. Because actually, I can let him do a few more cards. Let him do the ultimate art. Or if he got a super art, then it's the best play in this scenario. If we do ultimate art, I'm going to bring in Trunks. Because Trunks is at full HP. He ain't going to take it well, obviously. But at least he's alive. He can also heal with his second main ability, reshuffling hands. You know? He's not going to take it well, but at least he's alive. I'm just going to immediately blast. Oh, yeah, he was being aggressive. So now I transform right now. Because me knowing Trunks only has 40 counts, might as well. Yeah, Catholic is definitely not surviving this. Catholic is obviously the easy giveaway target because I have 2 purple. So I'm going to do this. Top. He did top. He baited out. So Vegeta is dead. We get our HP buffs. Gonna do this. Do my blast right here. Right now, I can feel free to Rise Rush. He sidestepped, tried to bait out my sidestep, but I didn't do that. I stood there. I was patient. Like I said, being patient is good. Rushing in all the time doesn't always work out for you. So being patient worked out in that scenario because he tried to bait me out into dodging so he could do strike card, you know, do all the Vegeta Blue shenanigans with the card draw speed. Like I said, did he? I don't know. I don't recall if he got Rise Rush before me, but he got it pretty damn fast. He got it pretty damn fast. Like I said, when you know they have multiple units with card draw speed on a team, just assume that they're always going to get Rise Rush before you, especially if they get priority. Just assume that. Just assume that, you know, 2 or 3 combos with them and Kefla. They've gone through 8 through 15 art cards, you know, they're gonna have some type of Dragonballz, if not a Rise Rush ready, you know? Yeah, that's really all I can think of in this scenario. I grabbed the first 3 fights and basically just told you guys my playstyle. This is how I do things. Like I said, I'm more of a hyper offensive player. I don't like sitting back a lot of times unless the situation calls for it. If I'm down a member, if I'm doing bad, if I'm trying to regain composure, I'm going to like just chill out for a second and not be as aggressive, because that's probably why I ended up in that bad situation to begin with, you know? So like I said, that's my particular play style. I like to, you know, and adapting is also a good thing. The more you play better players, the more you'll learn what they do. Just the pro players, you'll learn how they play, and hopefully you will naturally adapt. Everyone has a different skill level, of course, some more than others, may take longer than other people. It's just a natural thing. But however, that doesn't disregard the fact that you have to practice, you have to play more to get better, you know? I learned from watching videos, I learned from playing people much better than me, and that's how I got to where I am right now. I don't think I'm the best, but it's sure as hell in my name, you know? And that is all for today.